Well, she said she's magical, mystical, a powerful wonder girl.
Did you know that 85% of Canadians plan to age at home, yet few of them are considering making any changes to prepare for it? Our next guest says this can have big implications, both on families with aging parents as well as seniors themselves. Please welcome the CEO and founder of Homestars.com, Nancy Peterson, to What She Said.
Thanks, Christine and Kate. It's great to be here. Yeah, it was a study that we've taken for the first time. We polled over 2,500 Canadians, and vast majority over 50 years old. And no surprise, a lot of us don't really want to think about aging, and we're also really happy living in our homes. And so what we basically took away from the study is that 85% do want to stay as long as they can at home, and that makes sense. But very few are thinking ahead on how to proactively enjoy, and it's not necessarily aging in place, it's just thriving in place, as we get older.
Well, this was the first annual Homestars and CARP Aging in Place survey. What was the impetus for conducting the survey in the first place? What were you noticing?
Well, StatsCan data was showing us that people 65 and older have eclipsed in total numbers population under 15. So that in itself, we're just getting older as a population. So there's 15.8 million Canadians over 45. And 13.1 of them own homes. So it's a big chunk of homeowners.
Okay, so and it is indeed, as you said, the highest number of seniors in Canada ever. Ever. So, and it's become such a crucial issue that the Ontario government recently announced it's planning on spending millions to help Canada's senior population stay in their homes. So tell us a little bit about that.
And again, in the study, the majority of people are not thinking about how they can make their home the best it can be so they can age and enjoy every bit of it. So the government, federal, provincial, and municipal are all thinking about, because it makes sense. The longer we stay in our homes, the better. It's housing. We're already having housing crises in a lot of urban centers. The federal government offers 15% tax rebates if you spend up to $10,000 if you're over 65 and need to put money into your home for if you've got disabilities.
So what would qualify as that? I mean, a ramp or something, I understand, or is it?
Yeah.
What else would come under that umbrella?
So I think anything where you've got arthritis, you need to adapt your, could be your handles versus doorknobs in your shower. You need a handheld shower, grip bars around your shower, your toilet.
Bathtub,
yeah, and even just appliances where easy grips, things like that. It can be very small things, entrance ways, home security. So it's just about, again, feeling safe and secure. So yes, these would qualify.
Oh, okay.
Why do you think so many seniors want to age at home as opposed to going somewhere?
Yeah,
because we as a group, apparently we do have the money.
Yes, and I think it boils down to people far and away said, "I love my location." And I love my home. It's just a lot of emotion. So the two biggest reasons, neighborhood, family and friends, there's a lot of emotional tie to wanting to stay in home. My 87-year-old father is still in our family home.
Yeah.
It's awesome. But I know I had to actually live with him for a couple months this year because we did some minor renovations in our own home. And, he's still spry, but he needs handrails up the stairwell, just on the front porch. And, getting in and out of the bathtub, he has to take so many precautions because he had knee replacement surgery. So people aren't thinking about that. He's like, but all these little tiny things can be done to make it, a little more safe.
So for a couple who are maybe trying, or one person who's trying to make the decision.
Yeah.
What would you say about the cost effectiveness of making some changes as opposed to moving?
Yeah. Well, the average cost, I was looking this up, to go into a senior's residence is anywhere from, now if we're looking across Canada, $2,500, and you're looking in Toronto, GTA, more like $3,200 to $3,500 a month. So,
And that's if you're on a waiting list and you're number 7,000.
yeah,
Right?
Correct.
I mean,
and you also have to think of yourself and project yourself. How are you going to feel moving out of your residence? So I think people have to project themselves. Whether it's, even if they're thinking this is 10 years off or 5 years off. How am I going to really enjoy that? People really love their homes. Bottom line, and only 2% said they would move in with family and friends. That was a pretty shocking.
I don't want to do that to my kids. So what areas of the home do you think seniors should be investing in?
Great question. Again, it steps back on the house itself. Mm-hmm. You might want to have a low-cost energy audit, see if there's things that you should be doing with windows, insulation that can cut costs, accessibility, as I already mentioned. If it's really about pure enjoyment and you want to make sure you're getting the best return, kitchen is still the number one investment to make that has high returns on enjoyment, as well as we all spend the vast majority of our time in our kitchens and kitchen area, and a return if you are thinking of selling down the road.
And bathrooms.
And bathrooms would be number two. That's
and
right.
You picked up a few products that are available that can help people, like the smart thermostat. So
technology is evolving, and it's become so cost effective now. So from home security systems, you can get doorbells that have cameras. These cost $200. Ring is one brand I just installed, and it attaches to your phone so you can see who's coming and going, whether you're home or not. So it can make you feel a little safer.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. And this Echo, Amazon, these are just towers that allow you to wirelessly just ask. It can connect to your computers and other devices if you have questions and you don't feel like typing. Again, it's just quick and easy. These are $200. There's smart thermostats. I love this company because it's Canadian. It's
Ecobee.
Okay. Yeah, and they've also just launched this version so that it connects to Google Home, another device that you can connect it. So if you want to turn up your thermostat, turn down your thermostat, you can use voice commands. So.
And what's that one over there?
And the last one is just a plug. So I don't know about you, but I'd like to use this for my coffee maker. We all run out the door and realize, 10, 15 minutes down the road, did I turn off my coffee maker?
Or my iron. How many times have I done that?
And so this connects to your phone. So you can just, through your phone in your car, you can just make sure, hey, it's off. My machine is off.
That's a great idea.
A fabulous idea, especially, when we sort of
what's that plug called?
Yes.
Does it have what is it called? A remote
smart
plug?
Wi-Fi plug.
Smart Wi-Fi plug. Well, that makes sense.
That's good. And of course, with all of this, you can also get remotely something where if you fall or if something happens, people will be notified.
That's right. It's the security systems. That's right, Christine. That's really important. I started Homestars 12 years ago as a homeowner because I felt it really important that who you hire is the most important thing. So if a lot of consumers feel home renovation is daunting and terrifying because they don't know who to hire, and so you really want to do your homework.
So how can people connect with you?
So going on to Homestars as well and reading reviews of various service professionals and contractors. So do your homework. Always recommendations from family and friends are always great, and then check them out online and see if they have great reviews as well, and if they're available, you'll have other options as well.
So that's homestars.com.
Correct.
And where can people find the full report and some details on financial support that's available for them?
Yes, Homestars, just type in Homestars Aging in Place.
Aging in Place.
And we've got a full report there. And we've also, if you type in tax credits, Aging in Place, Homestars, we've got all that information across municipalities, federal, provincial.
That's amazing. All in one place. Thank you so much, Nancy Peterson, for joining us today.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here.
This is what she said. Stay with us.
Well, she said